Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We are going to work on an OutBid clone today. So if you guys don't know what that is, where is my freaking... Let's get music going. Let's do a little dance and electronic today. We're going to leave the mood at whatever it is. We're just going to play the first page and see what we get. I recognize this song. We've had this one before. This one's solid. So this is what we're going to be working on today. This is an app that somebody just launched yesterday that is blowing up on X. Lots of clones are being created. It's OutBid.lol, which is a great URL. But basically, he set up this thing where people can bid to take the next spot. And as you can see, he's made almost $100,000 in less than 2 days, which is pretty freaking amazing. So we're going to clone this. We're going to work with two tools today. We're going to use ChatGPT Codex, and we're going to use Grok. Make a new Grok folder. OutBid clone is in there. I'm going to go ahead and start up a new Grokster. And then I'm also going to, in Codex, I'm also going to make a file. Call this one OutBid Clone Codex. And inside Codex, I'm going to make a new project. Add a folder. OutBid clone. And let me clean up my ChatGPT a little bit, then we'll get it on screen as well. So let's get going with ChatGPT Codex. So I got my project folder set up, and I said I want to work on my own clone of OutBid.lol. Can you go look at that site? And so I'm telling it to go to that site and get familiar with the features. And then I'm going to tell Grok the exact same thing so that they can go see what OutBid is doing. I'm going to go ahead and put these guys side by side so that we can have both of them running. And I don't need this pane. We're just going to run. We are going to run and build today, bro. This should be a fun one. I'm going to try to get from 0 to launched in this stream. You can see Grok has opened up a browser and he's looking through it. Why do we have Pepta prices? I think it's looking through some of the websites that are on there. I was thinking about that yesterday. I think that that is one of the big risk factors of using these AI tools to go out and do research, is you don't really kind of control what they're researching. And I think you're ultimately exposing yourself to some prompt injection. So somebody could easily put something on this website, pay to rank it, and do some prompt injection attacks on people pretty easily, I think. It's crazy though. Allegedly, this person paid $12,000 to claim the top rank, which is insane. You can see everybody else is like making clones of these things. That's the hot thing on the Twitter today. Clone the outbid. That's what we're gonna do. But we're gonna make it better. We're not gonna just do an exact copy because that's lazy and boring and non-creative. We're gonna try to do better because I like to hold myself to a higher standard than just copying. But I think it's an interesting concept. I think that the open market for advertising, I think, is an interesting concept. All of the other bid-based advertising are dark markets where you don't really see what anyone else is paying and what you can pay to rank. So this is the first time I think that I at least have seen an open market, which is really interesting. And they have some restrictions on what you can put on there. You can't put on chat and invite links, but imagine because of security settings, no adult content. That is because of payment issues. Stripe will not. Who am I to censor you? All right, so both of them are done with their research. We're going to close down all these. Let's start with Codex and see what he said. So Codex inspected it, the rules, the about, key features has got listed. Dang, claiming one's $5 more than the current leader. Other ranks can be claimed equal bids or ordered oldest first. Existing listings can raise their bid by submitting the same URL and paying only the difference. That's kind of cool. I thought they had to pay again each time. Tracking parameters are stripped. This is scary music here. Latest activity shows recent bids. Leaderboard displays 50 listings per page. Light and dark things. Okay, so I'm gonna give some parameters to the build. Let me read what Codex or Grok came back with as well. Paid public leaderboard, no accounts, ads, API keys, or revenue share. You paste a product. That's cool, so you get away from the authentication. Pick a dollar amount, pay, and land at the rank. Launched on August 19th, 2 days ago. As I said, it is blown up. Blown up. Very simple, 3 pages. So you can see a difference in the output. I gave the exact same prompt to Grok and Codex, and Grok definitely came back with a more technical explanation and more in depth. You know, this Soul has a tendency to just put an endless list of bullet points and then like putting these in these bullets doesn't improve the readability at all. It's kind of obnoxious, honestly. It just tends to give you this unformatted stream of bullets in no particular order. Ranking rules. Yeah, this music is it's creepy, dude. I feel like I'm in a horror movie. Someone's gonna sneak up behind me and shank me. Social proof on the homepage. Payload. Yeah, so Grok definitely did a much better job of coming back and explaining that website to me. There's a lot more information to work with than what Codex gave me. It's hosted on Vercel. It's got the stack. And then Grok gave me a suggestion of what needs to be in a clone, and Codex did not. So it took a step forward. What's my usage looking like on Grokster? Shit, I'm almost at... I've almost blown through all my Grok usage, you guys. That is annoying. Man. Dang it. How did I do that? I blew through like 50% yesterday. I wasn't even doing that much hardcore stuff. I did notice that it was chugging through a lot more tokens and taking a lot more time on each turn, though. That is annoying. Oh well, we'll deal with it. Okay, so I want to build Alright, so I'm going to take this same prompt and we're going to pop it into Grok and Codex. What the heck just happened? Oh, I hit cut instead of paste. So I don't want to make my own version of this. I'll secure a domain later. What is particularly important for this build is making sure it's modular so that I can quickly build and launch multiple versions of this concept. I think we could launch this concept against more narrow niches, and I'd like to have a core project that I can just launch over and over on new domains instead of starting from scratch. So that's what we're going to do with both of these. is Grok doing here? Did it just stop? What's going on, bro? What is going on, bro? Did you just stop, or are we working? What are we doing here? I don't want that. Oh, it's asking about the mock-ups. No, I don't want the mock-ups. It asks every time now when you're starting a new project about whether it wants you to do mock-ups, and then it warns you that it's going to be token intensive, and no, I don't. We can just build together. I don't need you making mock-ups, bro. Appreciate you asking me, though. Stream is dead. Where's my peeps? Where we at today, dude? Getting no love, getting no chat interaction. What's going on? So it's asking me how isolated should the board be from others. I want it fully isolated. How should money work in this first build? Each isolated deploy will need its own payment product later. Polar checkout. Stripe. We're gonna do Stripe. I like Stripe. What's going on? Jump in the chat. Keep me company here. What should the first deploy be? We'll still make adding a second niche config only launch. I want to do an actual niche. I want to do a real niche. What's the first niche board that we should launch? Indie hackers or SaaS tools? No, that's overdone. AI products? No. Local businesses is interesting, but I'm not ready to go there yet. Newsletters and creators is the one that I want. That was what I was actually planning to go with anyway. Codex is screaming over here, dude. It's already like building stuff for me. But I can tell that this is all garbage that is not connected to anything. It's really good at making a mock-up and pretending like that's actually a website, but it's not. It's not connected to anything. So we'll end up having to do a lot of cleanup. How should the reusable core be structured? I like Grok I like that Grok is checking in with me, making sure that we're aligned before it starts building. Codex just starts going. Claude just starts going. Claude asks more questions than Codex, but Codex just takes off running, which, you know, can be good if you're a beginner, but it also can end up in a position where you're building something that you don't actually want to build because it hasn't checked in with you. No, I don't want Vercel. So we're gonna host this on Google Cloud. That's where I tend to do my hosting. So we're going to host on Google Cloud, not Vercel. I suspect it'll be tricky to set this up on stream without showing my keys. I'm going to have to be very careful on which monitors I use for what. So quiet in the chat. What are you guys doing? Per board UI, every board gets its own name, copy colors, and fonts. That's correct. It's like some old-timey flapper music going on here. So the rules of listing. What's up, V3? So all right, so I'm asking it to keep the same money mechanics for the most part, but I'm also interested in letting people buy into certain sections of the site for a fixed amount in addition to the highest bidder mechanic. For this one, I want to target influencer accounts in addition to newsletters. So all social handles like TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, etc. will be allowed. I think we could also have subboards per channel, so a TikTok board, a Substack board, etc. What's going on over there, V3? How you doing? How is the wild East Coast weather? Are you guys starting to get any cold weather, or you guys still got the August heat going? We've had a very mild summer out here in the East Bay. Just chill. Rainy. Rain's good. We need more rain. We're in our dry season where everything's brown. We need more rain. Quiet today, dude. I think people are working or something. Or everybody's on that, thank you. What's going on, Success? That's right, dude. We're gonna try to get to market this afternoon. That is the goal. I've got Codex and Grok working on the problem at the same time to see what we get from each. Grok is still in the brainstorming phase with me. I suspect I'm going to run into issues with Grok running out of tokens. Because I've been hammering him this week. And 4.6 does use more tokens in total because it does a much more thorough build job than 4.5. So the price per token is the same, but it just burns more tokens. But that's okay, you get better quality. I like that that YouTube handle there, Success. It's a very positive attitude. Success is everywhere. What do you do? What are you working on today? Or are you just chilling, enjoying this wonderful Friday? Yeah, so Codex is still working. I don't like this approach because it just took off and built something and it didn't ask me at all. It didn't ask me about the niche. It obviously has hardwired a bunch of like garbage fake data in here that I'm gonna have to undo. So I don't particularly love this approach. It's just burning a lot of tokens on stuff that I'm gonna have to undo. So I think that's one of the tricks where I think Codex gets love from people that are kind of more beginner level. Like they, put in a prompt and then they get something back like, wow, this is amazing. But then they don't really realize that it's not actually a thing. That was a big issue with Google's AI Studio. Google's AI Studio was so fast it would spin up something amazing, but then you look at it, it's like, dude, this isn't connected to anything. None of these buttons are real. All you did is make me a wireframe, bro. All right, so Grok has written a spec. I'm fine, just build it. We'll worry about making changes later. Came home for lunch and I popped up on YouTube Discovery. That's awesome. Please make sure you subscribe. I would also love it if you hit the like thing. Likes and hypes definitely help me. WordPress sites for decades and converting. Yeah, so I've been wanting to find somebody that has a WordPress site that I can convert. Obviously, I haven't really put any effort to finding anyone because it wouldn't be that hard. But I want to do that as a video on my YouTube channel just to show people how easy it is. I started talking about this last fall, actually, and I recommended people go out and short Shopify because there's so many of these platforms like Shopify, WordPress, Wix, WooCommerce, etc. that everybody has been locked into just because that was the easiest way to build sites. And you don't have to do that anymore. So I know that there's tons of businesses out there that have these Shopify sites and WordPress sites that are costing them way more than they should because you have to buy all these stupid templates and plugins and You know, you start out with a $30 website that ends up costing you $1,500 a month by the time you add in all the features. And so I know that there's a ton of those businesses that would be better served by just cloning what they've got and launching their own vibe-coded version. Headless WordPress, if they have third-party, Grok heavily changed productivity. That is correct. ChatGPT is trying to do some stuff here where it's asking me to sign in. I don't really know what this is all about. The reusable core is built and published privately. Next major decisions are the first niche and whether live, checkout, should use Polar or Stripe. All right, so yeah, I'm telling ChatGPT what kind of niche I want to do. I want to go after influencer newsletters, and then also told him I want to use Stripe for billing and hosting it on Google Cloud. Do you, so Success, do you specialize in a specific niche for building WordPresses, or is it just kind of like standard small businesses, or like what's your jam? Yeah, see, this shit's annoying. Codex just went forward and made a bunch of decisions without checking into me, so now I've got to have it waste time undoing stuff. Like, it just assumed that I wanted to make Cloudflare. Like, I literally have never used Cloudflare. So, now we could argue that I should have put a better prompt in, but, you know, it's a bit of a fail that I have to ask it to check in with me. It's just so eager to just push forward and declare that it's made something without considering quality. That's the biggest issue I see with Codex right now. DoorDash. Man, I never get DoorDash. I'm not in that tax bracket. DoorDash is so dang expensive out here. I don't know if they do that where you're at, but out here they the DoorDash price is different than the restaurant price. Like they tack on a little bit of spread there. And then by the time you add on their delivery charges and a reasonable tip and stuff, it ends up costing you like $15 just to get the food to your house. And I am lucky. I have a house that is right a block or two away from all of the main like business corridor. I can get to most of the restaurants I enjoy within a couple minutes. But I also tend to just cook a lot. I haven't DoorDashed for a while. Long time, actually. Because I'm cheap. Cheap and I'm poor. Mostly local, e-commerce, WooCommerce, yep. Consulting for voice chat operations. Nice, dude. Laptop lifestyle. That is my plan, bro. I got 3 more years before I can do that. My youngest kid. What's up, Animal Chins? My youngest kid just started his sophomore year of high school, so I have exactly 3 years. September 2029. I am out of here, dude. Digital nomad. Third world countries where things are cheap and the food is delicious. Start the day with some alcohol. Absolutely not, dude. I am sober. I have not had any drugs or alcohol in my body for coming up on 6 years. Today is your Friday. Well, that's, you know, today's also our Friday, bro. Philippines, absolutely, dude. Definitely. I haven't been to the Philippines yet, but I definitely want to go there. I mean, obviously, who doesn't love Filipinos? Filipinos are amazing. But that is an easy country to go to because most people speak English. So easy to get around. Most of the other Asian countries, it can be a challenge to find people to speak English. I love Thailand. I freaking love Thailand, dude. Hard to find English speakers there, though. But now that you've got Google Translate, who cares about language barrier, dude? Got 6 tiny beers. How big is a tiny beer? Is that like a... Well, you're in Europe, too. You have different measurement. Let's go. Throw in some poo. First poo of the day. Love it. You guys probably have, let's go. First jewels of the day. Thank you, bro. You're in Europe. So Animal Chins is in Europe, the North Pole somewhere. So you're probably measuring beers in some kind of weird metric system. Some kind of liter-ish type. Milliliter or kiloliter or liter watts or some shit. I don't know. Pints? What the hell do you guys measure beer in? 350 milliliters or something? We get ounces. I don't know what an ounce is, but a standard beer can is 12 ounces. Then you got your tall boys, the deuces. Grok is just building away. .33 DL 2 boards. I have no idea what the hell that means, bro. .33 DL 2 boards. I don't know what that is. Let's put it into Google. Let's see what Google comes up with on that. Before you explain, let's see what Google does with that. Is a standard single serving size for Danish Pilsner. Okay. 0.33 CL or DL. So you guys say DL instead of ML? What is that, Danish liters or something? Instead of milliliters? What is that in ounces? Wait, what? 0.33 deciliter. So it's a third of a deciliter. 0.33 liters. What? I don't understand this. 0.33 liters to ounces. So it's 11.15 ounces, so just a little bit smaller than a standard American beer. Building a system for growing X followers. Dude, I am very interested if you figure that out, because I want more X followers. That is pretty much what this board is going to be about, is allowing people to just buy a spot on the board and get more followers that way. Have you guys seen the OutBid thing that's blowing up on the Twitter? So yeah, this is the site that is blowing up today. You can get the #1 spot for the low price of $12,674. And this guy has printed almost $100,000 in 2 days. Pretty amazing. We're going to make our own version of that. There's a lot of clones that have been launched. This guy, bid directory. So this guy's up to $42 bids, $41 bids. He doesn't have his total amount earned on there, though. He's not bragging about it as much. Here's another one. I don't think anyone's been on this one. Ah, he's up to 5. Okay, so he's getting some money. He's got some different visualizations on here. I like this instead of that. I think that looks better. But we're going to take this core concept and we're going to make it better. We're not just going to do a direct clone because that's boring. Yeah, dude, he did cook. Lots of people are launching clones. So I'm going to launch into that wave hopefully this afternoon. That's the plan, is to get this built and out today. That is our goal for this stream. Let's go, first show. I have not launched the product because we're still in the process of building it, bro. Appreciate you joining. Give some of the money back for product feedback. See GL on the launch. What do you mean you see GL on the launch? You have a unique idea as well to clone this or to make another niche? Oh, good luck. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being here. Smash that like button, you guys. Help me get more followers into the stream. More people in chat. Well, so here's the deal, bro. I want to use V3. Not only do I use it, but I'm going to use it on some of my live streams. But I want to connect with you first before we do that. So, OutBid for another niche. Yeah. I'm probably dumb for doing this live. Someone will steal it, but whatever. Who cares? If I can show people how to make it, then here we go. All right, so Grok has allegedly made something, so let's check in and see. I do not like this text. I hate that. Ugh, gross. This looks like some kind of stupid shit that Dario would have designed. I hate this. Literally hate it. Byline masthead. Gross. What the hell does this even mean? Paid masthead for riders and faces. Alright. So we've got the basic functionality here. I hate this user interface. Absolutely hate it. I don't like these brown freaking wannabe Claude colors. Ugh. I did put a dark mode in there. All right, let's fix this first. I hate the UI. I want this to look modern and cyberpunk style. That's all I'm going to give him. We'll see what he does with that. What time is the meeting today? So the Friday Night Vibes is at 7 o'clock Pacific. So I think that's 10 o'clock your time. It's kind of late on the East Coast. Especially if you're already day drinking. I have a feeling your day is not going to last that long if you're already day drinking. Never did for me, man. I used to enjoy some day drinking. That was kind of a realization I had in my late 20s. Like, oh yeah, I can drink anytime I want on the weekend. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, let's day drink. No, I don't do that. Alright, implemented the modular created market style as signal board. $19.50 at your place? You and the freaking weird European times, dude. What? So that's midnight minus 4, 8. Almost 9 o'clock? No, almost 8 o'clock. I really wish my brain was wired to do military time. Codex. This one. We're gonna start this up and see what Codex is built. So much, dude. It looks so shitty. Very disappointed with Grok's effort there. What's up, dude? Thank you. That's true. I do need a donate link. Let's go, man. We're gonna get that camera this weekend. So this is one of the things that Codex always does and Claude always does, where it makes these. It makes words and then it just hangs them down for some reason. Like, why in the hell is this 2 lines? It's so stupid. It's stupid. It looks bad. I don't understand why it always... See, look. Always. Always wanting to hang one word down on the next line. It looks like shit. I hate it. I don't know why they would think that that would be okay. But every single design, it always does that. Always does that. We're gonna get that corrected. So I'm telling it, I hate this thing that you do where you leave 1 or 2 words hanging down to the next line. Fix all those throughout the site and put this into your rules to make sure it never happens again on this project. Never. Never again. Let's go, dude. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Definitely got some kind of weird bug going on with that visualization. Got a decimal place off. It counted your donation as $100 million. I mean, that would be amazing. If you wanted to donate $100 million, I definitely would take that. I would not say no to $100 million. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to... so we've got one on the gifts. 169 on that. There we go. That's how we reset it with the hardware. Yeah, I mean, I worked very hard to pick this music by going on to YouTube Music and picking a genre and just hitting play. It took me a ton of effort. Highly curated by just picking whatever YouTube gives me. But it's cool. I've actually been pretty happy with the YouTube music. I would say, you know, most of the songs are decent. There's only a handful that I end up having to skip. Like we had one yesterday. We had a freaking ooh, look at that. Wait, why is it? It's picking up Grok's thing. It's just assuming it's on 3000 and it's actually looking at Grok's project instead of its own project. Alright, let's see what Grokster has built. Let's see if this looks better. Okay, the font choice is better. I like it's better, but I still hate it. I hate it. Don't like this font choice, dude. We're just gonna go to my logo. So I'm asking it to use Montserrat except for the primary headers. I don't want any font that is below 12 point. Don't like the baby blue background. Just do white. And a dark mode. Dark mode is the default. I don't like it. It looks like crap. I also hate how anytime you vibe code, it looks like, what is this tiny little text? Who the hell can see that? You can't see it, dude. And then it always has to do this. One here, one here, one here. It's always the same, man. I think the launching is going to be a challenge to do on a live stream. Eyebrows. Yeah, dude. They all use the eyebrows. I think they use it because they think it helps with SEO. But I don't like it. I need to put more effort into building like a style guide that I just kind of reuse in every project. I just haven't been that diligent. I do end up having to tell them the same things a lot. No more eyebrows, yo. Got my own eyebrows. Hairy brows. I've got a couple of caterpillars walking across my face. Well, while this builds, I'm gonna get some more coffee. Because I have finished my first cup of cold brew. Which means I need to get another cup. So I will be back in just 1 second, you guys. Does help with SEO, but not much. Google sees it as a header, even though humans ignore it. Interesting. That means a good way to handle it would be to just make the eyebrows match the same color as the background so that we can't see them. I just find them annoying. This looks better. We are getting there. This looks better. All right, let's get rid of all the stupid eyebrows. Get rid of all the eyebrows, make sure we never use them again. Don't like them, don't want them. I don't want it. Alright, so this is what Codex is at. I will say, I think that its layout looks better. So overall, this looks better. So I have a feeling we're going to end up just using Codex's project and abandoning Grok and having Grok just run audits. I think that's going to be where I end up having to land anyway because I'm running low on Grok credits. All right, this looks good. We're gonna get that Vibe Code Guild branding colors going in there, bro. Let me get those VCG colors. So I'm asking Codex to let's swap this out and make this look a little bit more cyberpunk. I want a cyberpunk look and feel on this site. But I think we've got, you know, most of the layout there. I'm gonna have to tell it to, like, you know, build the actual piping because I'm positive that this is just all garbage data. Let's see what happens if I put this localhost channel in there. Ooh. This is an interesting little song. I feel like I'm in a movie soundscape again. Trying to visualize how I want to lay this out. Let's go look at my inspiration sites. So it's much more compact. God, this guy's killing it. Gotta get launched, bro. This guy's just printing money. Look at ours side by side with the inspiration site. So definitely way too much blank space. This doesn't need to be on 2 lines. It's so annoying, dude. I fight with Codex about that constantly, about splitting things into 2 lines. I don't think I want this. I'm gonna tell it to get rid of the eyebrows too. I don't like the eyebrows. I need to find a domain. I don't want to do that on the channel. Because if I find a good one, one of you guys might swipe it out from under me. Because that would be funny. That would be super funny if you did that, actually. Ooh, that might be a good one. Oh, somebody already owns that. It's expensive. Yeah, that would be a good website too, though. Bam, I got it. I got what we want. And we are going to get a .com domain on top of it. That is sweet. Love when I find a .com. It's harder and harder to find good .coms nowadays. All right, let's just do some side-by-side here since we're just going to play with codecs for a while. Yep, I'm going to have to go snatch that domain in a little bit. And luckily I have all the other stuff set up that I need. I can just integrate it to the Stripe account that I already have. And then we'll just host it on my other cloud hosting that I host everything else at. We just gotta get the build out done. Need codecs to like speed it up here. It's taking a long time, bro. Tell you what, it definitely, Codex's website definitely looks better than Grok's. Like, there's no question. It for sure won. And I do still have a lot of Fable credits because I'm waiting for my subscription to be over. But I don't want their stupid watermarks on any of my work, so they can GFT. Anthropic can GFT. Sweet, picked up more subscribers on the channel. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Give it a share, give it a comment, give it a little love, help my channel grow. Appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it. Looks like my Anthropic video is getting some more traffic again today, so I like that. See if I got any comments. I do got some comments too. Answer some YouTube comments while Codex is building. I think somebody is insulting me. Somebody put LOL nice shirt, and what I'm gonna say is, got you to click, didn't it? So suck it. That's what the bright pink shirt does. It draws your eyes. Gluten vegan is German for someone who doesn't eat bread. Anthropic sucks. Awesome. I had some trolls this morning. I had some people going on and just putting really unnecessary rude comments on my video. And I just blocked those people. I don't even waste my time with it. I don't care if you don't like me. There's plenty of other people that you can follow. Let's go. How you doing, buddy? So how do they normally set payment system in websites? That is a big question. I tend to use Stripe, but there's all kinds of payment processes out there. It just depends on what you want to pick. It also depends on what you're selling. There's certain categories that certain payment processors won't deal with, so you got to find the one that works for you. My recommendation is you are always better off to use a third-party payment processor instead of trying to code your own credit card processing. It's just way too much work with very little upside. Way too much compliance to deal with, just way too much hassle to build your own payment processing stack. Just integrate Stripe or Block or something else. Woo. I am up to almost 100 blue check followers on the Twitter. Finally at 95 blue check followers. It's wild. I've got 518 followers and only 95 of them are blue checks. So many freaking bots on Twitter, as I'm sure there is on every social media, but Twitter is the only one where it gives you the verified so you can see what's bots and what's not. Okay, so this is looking pretty good. So what we want to do, we want to I want this to just be one line. IG banning. Yeah, Facebook has a real problem with bot networks and fake accounts. As does TikTok, dude. I actually do like the idea of you having to verify yourself to have a social media account to make sure that people aren't just spreading garbage, and to make sure that other countries aren't spreading garbage into our country. All this anti-data center shit that is obviously being driven by China. We're just going to work on this top header section first and get it to where it looks better. I mean, it doesn't look bad, it's just eating up a lot of space. I like this, so we're definitely going to make some like premium sections. Should buy this domain. It's such a good domain. I think Twitter is probably the most likely to figure out the bot problem. I don't know, V3, do you think that making the algo open source will help or hurt with the bot problem? One of the things that was super eye-opening to me was how much using report or not interested reduces somebody's reach. I basically report every post from every politician that I see now, just hoping that they will not get any reach. Because freaking hate all politicians. Yeah. I think it makes it... Definitely is going to be some issue that it makes it easier for people to game if they know what the system is. But I think that having transparency is worth the risk of gaming. And that definitely is one of the problems that's happened in the last 10 years is there's just no transparency into what we're seeing, why, who's paying for us to see it. They say they're transparent, but probably not. I don't know, dude. I think Elon wants transparency. I think he's smart enough to see what all of the dark money and dark influences are doing to our society. That's the biggest reason that America is coming apart, is there's just so much dark money and dark influence flowing around, you know? That was one of my great hopes 25 years ago when we first started having the internet, was that, I guess more than 25 years ago, but whatever. I had this hope that it would drive transparency in our society. That's one of the things, you know, with all levels of government, is there's these shady, hidden deals that they all make. You know, and if everything had to be out in the open and transparent, we wouldn't have all this gross corruption. All of them, they're all doing corrupt bullshit. They're all playing games. They all get away with it. Okay, this is too busy. This is just too much going on. All right, this control is way too busy. I like minimalism. I don't like text just jammed into every surface. I don't like that look. It's one of the things that the AIs do, especially in their images, man. That's how you can just instantly tell that somebody made some infographic with AIs. It's just every single pixel is covered with words. Norway and Europe isn't much different. All of them, dude. Every single politician in every single country, they all, country, state, local, they're all scumbags that are stealing from us. And they all do it because there's no transparency. We can't see what they're doing. That's one of my great hopes with AI. Hopefully AI can figure out how to make the government unnecessary. Cursor and XAI. Yeah, those things happen fast, dude. Yeah, so VJ, you're right, dude. Humans cannot help themselves with corruption. And that simple fact is the reason that all socialist, collectivist, all of those systems will always, always, always fail, is because there's going to be some human that won't play by the rules that steals more for themselves. Humans can't share and be equal. It's not within our nature. So all these things where they say, oh, we're gonna give a bunch of magic free stuff. Okay, this is getting better. I want... Wait, is OutBid, can you put in text? No, you can't. Actually, here, let's see. So it just goes right into there. Okay. What's up, Bombo Beaches? How you doing, bro? You 3D printing a multi-board? I've done 4 of them. I've got this one, and then I've got one in each of my kids' rooms. They have a cool one wrapped around the corners, and then I got another one in my bathroom, another corner one. I would say they look cool, but I think they kind of waste a lot of plastic. If I was going to do it again, I would just get some of the pegboards from IKEA and then just print out a lot of stuff to go on them. But they do look cool. It was a fun project. So I think if we fix that, then I think we'll be ready to work on the next section down. Mod case for your PC. You're definitely not printing that in PLA, right? It seems like it would get way too hot. I've been trying to do lives more and more. You know, trying to get better at it every day. We built all these cool overlays on a live. We worked on that over the weekend. Then I've been working on another project on live, a couple streams this week. And today I just decided I wanted to try to get this little product launched and see if I can do it all in one live. Yep, success. You are correct, dude. I mean, dude, collectivism, from a purely ethical perspective, you can't argue against the virtues of collectivism. Making sure that everybody has, you know, the same ability to be happy. It all sounds wonderful, dude. But it just doesn't, it ignores basic human nature. There's always going to be somebody that cheats the system and steals. Nice spinner collection. Like what, the fidget spinners? No, this is all one giant multi-board. I need to print some stuff to go on it. I need to start hanging some stuff on there. PETG. Is that gonna handle the heat from a PC though? It seems like a kind of a sketchy use case for 3D printed something. It seems like something you would want to do in ABS. Yeah, it's a decent background. I like it. I want to add some stuff on there. If you guys have any idea of things I could 3D print and hang on there that would look cool. Up to 50C. I don't know what 50C is. I'm an American. 50C is like over 100 degrees, right? – 122 degrees Fahrenheit. What's the normal heat inside of a PC? CPU gets to 50 Cs and GPU gets to 40 Cs. It says parts can go 90 to 95 Cs. Print some AI icons. I like it. 3D print a sword. Now, I'm not a sword guy. Not a sword guy. Alright, I think that this looks alright. This is good for now. I like these featured slots. Let's go, we got some poo flying. Chin's tossing that poo at me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put another section in here that are just individual slots. We're gonna put 10. That's what we're gonna do to make ours a little bit different. Should I go 10? 5 might be a little bit much, we'll see. All right, good night, bro. Thanks for joining the stream. Hope to see you on. Make sure you subscribe. PTG, the carbon fiber. I haven't used that one yet. I end up printing all my stuff in PLA. Because I make a lot of simple stuff. Nothing that needs to be too strong. Like my weird little about to sleep in a while. That's, you know, that day drinking, dude, will get you. I want those to show up as cards, not just slots. Let's steer that a Man, Codex has just been so slow after we got the sol. It takes forever. We've been working on this, what, hour and 45 minutes? ChatGPT so slow, dude. Why is this taking so long to make some cards? Yeah. I agree with you. The waiting is the part that interrupts your flow. A lot of times when I'm coding by myself, I have Magic the Gathering open at the same time so I can play games while I'm waiting. But I don't want to do that on stream because I don't know if it's going to cause me issues. Okay, so this is that. I'm thinking about making time locked as well, because the thing with this outbid is it's just going to be whoever has the most money is just going to take the spot, which is kind of lame. So I feel like if I did it, you know, like you're bidding for the spot for this week and then it resets, would allow some smaller people an opportunity to get ranked as well. And then I guess we could also have some kind of like all-time leaderboard. We're getting there though. Well, so this one is for social media. So I'm building this for influencers. So you can put your YouTube channel, you can put your LinkedIn. I'm going to have a board for each one of those. And so, you know, if you want your X to be right here at the top, you can take that top spot. then I've got podcasts, newsletters. But yeah, so that's what I'm building, is specifically for influencers. And then I'm gonna put my handles at the top to start it, because I get to bid at 0 since I launched it. That seems kind of fair, right? I get the 0 bid. I just need this shit to build faster, dude. Like it's so annoying. Sitting here waiting. Yeah, I started off with Grok and ChatGPT both. I'm almost at the end of my tokens for Grok, and then Grok made this, and it just annoyed me because this looks so shit that I just kicked it out. I just got annoyed with it, and I'm just like, I'm not having you work on this project today. We're just gonna go with the ChatGPT version. Now, what I should probably be doing, the design system card. So I have some brand kits and stuff, but I'm just not good at starting off and importing them. I tend to redo a lot of that stuff, and I know I should just build reusable kits, but I haven't been very good at that. Okay, so these are good. The next thing we need to do is we just need to go through and like actually wire everything. What's up, Aaron? Thanks for joining. He used Replit and it produces some nice visual Google Gemini AI Studio. Yeah, so Google AI Studio can get you some nice layouts. It tends to mostly be wireframes. I haven't used Replit. It's not a tool that I would use. Generally speaking, I don't like those things where they lock you into a platform, and then Replit seems to be the one hiring the most shady BS fake influencers to go out and push their product, so I'm not super comfortable with them. I know people are able to build stuff. I've got friends that have built stuff with it, but for me, I would rather just work directly with Grok or ChatGPT, or if you choose Claude. Replit, you end up having to like pay for their hosting, and you just kind of end up locked into their system. So it's just kind of a new version of the same problems that you have with WordPress or Shopify, where you're like locked into a proprietary system. I think you should use V3 to code. V3 is the tool that you want. I had some company contact me. My inbox. One of those kind of like website builder things that contacted me for maybe doing a sponsorship. So I gotta look and see if it's worth taking their sponsorship money. I don't want to take sponsor money from bad products. Design system builder in V3. Yeah, dude, we gotta connect. I want to see how to do this. Start doing some tutorials and start using it on live stream. I have a feeling I would be happier using it today. ChatGPT, Jesus Christ, dude, you're so slow. Alright, this one's going to take a while because I asked it to just go ahead and build the database. Because all this stuff right now is just hard-coded numbers. It's not connected. I can tell it's not connected to any database. Hundreds of design samples too for choosing. I like it. That's one of the things that people really struggle with is getting good designs. And it's an area where the AI hype influencers have kind of caused a lot of confusion because everyone has dropped that, like, just use the front-end design skill and Claude will build this, and it's not really true. The front-end design skill doesn't actually do a whole lot. It's a lot of rather vague language. If you get a design and feed it in there and say, hey, I want to look like this, it's better. Something I want to do is just educate myself more on design language. I think that, you know, that's a good use case for Notebook LM. Wait, do you have a channel? Do I have you in my channel list, B3? I don't have you in there. You just got a couple videos. Well, let's still add you in here. See if we can get you some subscribers. Dang it. I'm losing my windows. There, getting too much stuff open up. I have to redesign the website for V3. That website is pretty good though. I think what we need is just some video on there. Some video explaining the product. Video demo. The design part of Claude. So I never ended up using Claude Design because I just constantly heard people talking about how much it burned up tokens, and Claude was already bad about that, so I never really used it. I've used Google Stitch to do a lot of design work. I don't know if you guys have used that tool. It's pretty cool. It can do some really good design work. Wow, you think Claude Design is the best thing they have? That's bold. Now, is that because you think the other tools have gotten out as good, or is it just that good to use? All right, I am going to point Grokster at this directory, and we're going to have it start doing an audit of the security. I gotta get out of the habit of this stupid thing. Gotta get into the habit of using my Vibes Explorer, no more Windows Explorer. I built my own better tool. So we'll let, okay, there we go. So it's done with that. All right, let's let Grok run some security auditing while we are continuing to build. Let's get back and look at this. Okay. We got to move past the like hard-coded numbers. We got to start getting this actually connected to something. I want to get close. I want to get this shit launched. Even if it's not perfect, just being out there will be good enough. I can continue to refine the look later. Made your own design system. I like it. Yeah, I have some brand briefs that I'll bring into projects to start with. I haven't done a good job of normalizing those though. Each project will start and it'll drift a little bit, and this one will drift a little bit, so I've got multiple versions of my brand document that I need to like rationalize and bring it all back together as one. Breaking stuff. Ended up going to have to do my freaking mid-afternoon nap at some point. Oh, come on, Codex. What's my time? It is 12:04 p.m. So it's lunchtime. I'm feeling tired a little bit early. Usually I like to try to take my afternoon nap around 2 p.m. Which means I just haven't had enough coffee. Should go to my other computer and get the domain ordered. Could be doing some of that while I'm waiting on the build. I think I'm gonna have to work on the hosting setup and some of that stuff off stream. I don't really want to do all that on live streams. I'm just scared that I'm gonna end up accidentally exposing some keys. So I think I would be better off to do that off the stream and then come back. Yep, exactly. 2 o'clock power nap, dude. That's the way to go. Set the timer for 25 minutes. Never go past 25 minutes, or you'll screw your whole day up. Hit a 25-minute nap. There's days where I do a double power nap. I'll hit a 2 o'clock power nap, and then I'll hit like a 7 p.m. power nap. That's good. We've got 12 people in the stream. Let's go. Picking up some momentum. Codex is doing a bunch of work to actually get the database wired in. We still had a lot of hard-coded wireframe numbers here, so we're just getting the back end actually connected. Closer and closer to being able to launch. Let's see what Grok came back with on my security audit. I would imagine a lot. Let's see. Got quite a few fails. Open redirector after payment, that's a problem. Forwarded header trust. Webhook does not bind paid amount. Okay, cool. We will feed those back in. All right, we are back. So it is alive, but this is still bullshit. It's all still, I mean, it's one thing if it's got like seed data in there. I might end up just pausing and hitting a power nap, doing some of the back end stuff, get the hosting ready, and then come back on later. I want to get this out into the world. I've got a good name for it that I want to use. I think the main thing is getting it out, and then I can continue to add features and revise. I will launch it with my handles on all of the slots and let people slowly take it over. All right. It's not database driven, dude. What's up, hacker? How you doing, bro? What are you working on today? What happened? I'm down to 3. I was at 12 people on the stream a minute ago. Now I'm at 3. Everybody just disappeared. Tell you what, announce an intention to take a power nap and everyone just drops out on you. Hey, what are you working on today, bro? Working on Tip Top Games? One more beer before you take a late power nap? Is that an end of day power nap? AKA sleeping? I wonder if the music's making me sleepy. It's definitely possible. I think the music selection has been good, but it has been a little bit low energy. Need some of that good, like, 90s hardcore house music. All right, so Codex is supposed to be wiring the database right now. Oh, Larry is live streaming later? He's cool, man. God, he's so freaking smart. He has one of those brains. I think I said it last week. I just really wish that I could download his brain and, like, all of his musical knowledge. If there was a way to just download it, Matrix style, and absorb it, that would just be a dream. I love music, but I just don't know how to make it and theory and all that stuff. I know every band, every style of music. That would be amazing to just download all his skills and then just start creating. How cool would that be? Someday, I think someday we'll have that. Someday with Neuralink, be able to export a brain file, import a brain file. Yeah, he's a legitimate audio engineer. Like, he has Grammys and stuff. Like, he's worked with all kinds of like major bands, and he's legit. All right, so database viewer. Okay, so it's all feeding off the database now. Had you dancing? Let's go. I love it. Yeah, he's a legitimate musical genius. Building really cool stuff too. Okay, so most groovy granddad on the planet. Yep. I don't know if he has kids. I don't remember asking him if he had kids or not. I think he does. I don't remember. Yeah, I hope he makes our show tonight. Oh, I'd get to hear from him and see what he's working on. That's the coolest part about the school group, man. We are just getting a lot of really smart, interesting people in there that are working on very cool things. Did you see that post from Michael in Vietnam? He just did really well in a AI animation contest. He got 16th out of the entire country of Vietnam, which is super, super cool. I don't think I have too much more that I need to add to this to get it out there. Oh, somebody bought something on eBay. What did they buy? Oh, somebody bought a vinyl copy of Switched on Bach. That is a very cool album if you've never heard it. It's people doing Bach music with modular synthesizers, the Moogs. Sold hundreds of copies of that album. Switched on Bach makes you semi-hard. I mean, that, you know, who am I to judge your arousals? I think the favorite album we ever got in one of the collections, we got this disco Christmas music album. And it was really good disco versions of Christmas songs. Let's go. Tony joined the school. Thank you, bro. Glad to have you. We got a cool call later on tonight, the Friday Night Vibes. It is lots and lots of fun. Open to everybody for free. Also have the paid tier where we do daily VIP calls. We just get in and work and learn. But the Friday Night Vibes call is a ton of fun. You should jump on there. It's a chance for everybody to show what they're working on and just get together and celebrate the week we've had. But yeah, I ended up, somebody bought the Disco Christmas album because I lost them all on eBay, and I've never seen another copy of it. It was awesome though. It was really good, really well done. And unfortunately, I've never seen a copy of it on any of the streaming platforms. I have a feeling it was pretty rare, because I've only seen that one copy of it, and I've processed well over 100,000 vinyls. Still have about 23,000 vinyls in my garage right now. I mail them out every day. God, Codex is so freaking slow, man. Should just drop down to medium. Been running everything on high. And I just approved your member request, Tony. You are in the group now, bro. Yeah, it's awesome. So yeah, we have the premier tier for people that want to get in on the VIP calls every day. That also gives you access to the Vibe Code Guild Brain, which is like a curated place with all kinds of AI-related news, videos, all kinds of content in there, as well as a searchable database of our daily VIP calls. But you can still do a lot for free inside the community. You can post, chat, jump on the Friday Night Vibes calls. So we got something for everybody. And then there's also an affiliate program. So if you invite your own people and they end up joining the paid tier, you get, I think it's like 40% of what they pay. So you only have to invite a couple people and you get all of your premier tier paid for. So that's pretty sweet. This is so slow, dude. Hurry up. Hurry up, Codex. Alright, that's looking better. We'll work on these cards after we get launched. Dang, I've got a lot of security issues to give here to let it fix. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to give all of those security things to Codex. I'm going to hit my power nap for 20 minutes. Come back and work on this. And then try to do a deploy. Get it live. And then hopefully come back later on and maybe do a little bit more stream. I don't know. We'll see. Tell you what, the build has been slow today though. Alright, so that is good for now. Let's go ahead and get all of our security findings from the Grokster. Copy that. Pop that in here. And then I'm going to go take a power nap real quick while Codex does all that. So I appreciate you guys being here. I might be streaming later on. If not, make sure you get to our Friday Night Vibes call tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun.